So what we're going to be showing today is how to order screen printing. My name is James from Essential, and this is going to be the process on how to order your own custom screen printing shirts or garments. So first step would be make sure you have an account that's already active. By submitting your wholesale license, you're able to start an account here with SupremeScreenSupply. Next thing you would do after you've been approved is you would go here and click on screen printing. Now here at SupremeScreenSupply, we offer more than just screen printing. We offer embroidery, transfers, banners, stickers, and yes, DTF or DTG. So here we're just specifically focusing on screen printing. So we're going to click order now. So now that we are on this page, there are a number of things that you're going to need to have done before you could submit your final screen print order. Mark these down. This will be the list. You're going to need your mock-up images of your garments. So basically the graphic on a t-shirt or the graphic on a hoodie. And what this does is it just gives the shop a general idea of the location of where you want this to line up. And as well, you're going to need to create your artwork. So you're going to need to have your artwork created in the exact size that you need it. So for example, if you're submitting an image logo that is a 12 by 13, you need to create that art in the size of 12 by 13 inches. So in your art software, instead of using pixels, convert to inches, size it at 12 by 13, and create your art completely edge to edge within that box or within those dimensions. So whatever you upload here, that's the exact size that will print. So make sure if you want a 12 by 13 inch image, upload that specifically. Don't upload a 12 by 11 image or a 9 by 8 image, because that's exactly what's going to print is that 9 by 8 image. So whatever size you need, create in that size dimension in your art software. So another thing to note and consider is when you're choosing the amount of colors for a project, always know that if your shirt color is darker than the color of your actual ink, you will need a base white for those colors to be able to pop. So what do I mean when I say that? For example, in this image right here, okay, it's going on a black shirt. Now, if my white, for example, was a different color, let's just say it was yellow. Everything that's white on this image was yellow. This image right here, considering the fact that I'm not doing this black because this now is the transparent image, if all my white in this image was yellow, then what would happen is I would need not 3 colors but 4 colors, because if this was going on a black shirt or even say a navy blue shirt or anything darker than the colors that I'm using, I would require that white underbase in order to make these colors pop, because you don't want the ink colors. You wouldn't want to print pink or green directly on black, because what it's going to do, it's going to blend with that color. It's no different than DTG, you know, when it has to print that underbase white in order to make those colors more vibrant and pop. So keep that in mind when you're designing. Keep the base color in mind of white. If this was going on a white shirt, I wouldn't need the white. If this was going on, say, a light pink shirt, then I would be okay. I wouldn't need the white. So if the color is lighter than the colors that you're producing, then you don't need that white underbase. So you could stay with 3 colors. In this case, because I do have the white, let's take this back to white. Because I do have the white already included in my design, because this white would have to go underneath the pink and underneath that greenish blue color as well to make those colors vibrant and pop the right way to get that right color tone. I don't need to be charged for a 4th color because I have the white here. Now, if my white here was red, then I would need that 4th color. So hopefully that helps you in regards to thinking about, will I need that next color? If not, the company will tell you, hey, this amount of colors isn't going to work. You're going to need a white underbase. They'll let you know if you're going to need that 4th color, okay? So keep that in mind though when designing how you're going to design and just whether you're going to need that underbase for the rest of your colors that you are including. So in my example, we're doing the 3 colors. And here's the ink colors if you need to know which colors you can choose from that are absolutely free, except for the custom ones. These are an upcharge. So here's the color codes, everything. Now you can include custom Pantones or spot colors. You'll just need to upload those and there will be a separate charge for custom colors. So let's go down the list. First section here we got is bulk pack. Standard. You can go with folded, fold and bagged, bagged, bag printed with size, fold bag and insert flyer, or all of the above. So you have the different options of how you want your final product to look. If you're, say, for example, branding a certain t-shirt or you're sending this to a client, you want the size of the t-shirt on the bag. Maybe you want a custom flyer insert that's branded to your business inserted in the bag. You can choose these options all right here. Or you just want them to take the shirts, put them in the box that they came with, and send them to the client. So you have all these options available. In my option, I'm going to choose this one right here. So fold the shirt, bag it, and tag it. Ink color changes. What does this mean? Okay, for example, let's say you have a black shirt and a white shirt. Let's say your graphic is red and white. So that's a 2-color image. Red and white is going on the black shirt, but by the time you get to the white shirt, it's maybe going to be red and black because white obviously would not print well on a white shirt. So the thing here is they're able to use the same screen because it doesn't affect the graphic. All you're doing is affecting the change of the color. After they completed the black shirts with the red and white, they have to take that white ink and they have to wash it off of the screen, and then at that point they change it to black. So that would be a 1-color change in that instance using that scenario because you're only changing white to black. Now if you had other colors that were going to change, let's say you were using a different color shirt and maybe you wanted that red to change as well. Okay, you wanted that red to be maybe a fluorescent pink, that would be considered a 2-color change. So if the whites were going to get pink and black, but they're using the same exact graphic, that would be a 2-color change. So that is exactly what color changes are in regards to that. You can go up to 3 color changes. On pocket print, yes or no. Do you want to print on the pocket of a shirt is basically what that means. Now here's where we're talking about those specialty inks down here. So are we using specialty inks? If so, you can choose one of the options there. Add inside tag size imprint. This is basically, in layman's terms, do you want to add a neck label? Yes or no? In this option, we're going to choose yes because I'm going to add a neck label to my shirt. So again, if I was a custom branded company or designing for my own brand or somebody else's brand, they can add a custom neck label to their shirts representing their brand or their company. Is the design simulated process? So there is a box up here that kind of explains what that process is. What they'll do is they'll take that image, they're going to put it through a filter process in order to determine how many screens will be required of different combinations of colors to create that image. Okay, so pretty simple. It's almost the same way, if you think about it, how a CMYK that uses cyan, magenta, yellow, and black to create a multitude of colors by different drop mixes. It's kind of that same concept, okay, just on a larger color screen scale to be able to produce what that image needs. Pack in boxes. So do you want to use the vendor boxes that they were sent in? So for example, if they were sent from SNS Activewear or Sanmar, do you want to use the same boxes to ship out either back to you or to your client, or would you like them to use a brand new box? So that option is here. Send photo of finished product. Absolutely. I would love to know what that t-shirt looks like. It's going to cost you $8 for them to take the time to go down to the print area and take a photo of that image and then go back to the computer, upload it, and then you have the image of what your product looks like. So pre-production sample is exactly what it means. Do you want them to create a final sample product before it goes into production? So in this scenario, you actually have to submit your order first and then choose if you want them to create a pre-production sample. Shipping, standard 5 days, no charge. Rush 3-day, add 20%, pretty straightforward. Okay, here you have select number of Pantone matches. So if you have any custom colors, which in this case, in this image I do, so I have this bluish green color. I decided to go with their fluorescent pink, so there is no charge on that one. It was no different than the custom one I had, so I went with that. But this bluish green color is Pantone 338C. So we're gonna go one Pantone match, 338C. Now, for example, say you wanted your neck label to be a certain color. You could type in the word neck label and then put in, like in this case, 4C. So 4C is cool gray. If I wanted 4C as my neck label Pantone, I could label that here and then change this to 2 color. They use the light gray, so that would be totally your option. But in this case, you'd have a custom color neck label, and then we have that custom color 338C. So that is how you're able to list one at a time, and you could put all your Pantone matches. And I'm pretty sure if you have more than one color that needs Pantone matching, you can definitely add them and then let them know, hey, I've got more than the amount of colors you have listed here. Can I go ahead and add more colors? So that is how you list your Pantone matches. And one thing to note about the Pantone matches, the book that they use, solid coded Pantone. So when you choose your color book, choose solid coded, and you should have these colors there. You'll be able to know what colors to look for when you look at the codes you see here ending in C. Okay, moving down the list, t-shirts. I'm giving them 2 shirts to create, and I'm giving them 1 hoodie. Now this whole section is mostly created for shipping purposes. It's going to calculate shipping costs based on how many items you're inputting within each of these categories. If you're doing will call, this is not necessarily going to apply to you, but it's good anyways, because what it does is it tells them how many shirts you have, how many hoodies you have, just so there's no confusion. So now that we're at this part, we're almost done. What you'll need to do here is download the required template. So you click on this, and what it'll do is give you this PDF. Okay, you'll need to fill this PDF out. If you have Adobe Acrobat Pro, what you can do with that is you can add your images to this box. This will be small versions of your t-shirt mock-up, the locations front and back. So fit them as best you can. If you have more than 2 locations, obviously you're going to have to fit these in these tiny little squares. So try to make it work as best you can. We'll show you a finished mock-up when we're all done. So basically you're going to fill all this out, and what'll happen is when it's all complete, it'll look similar to this. So it's kind of the same process. You put all your company information here, your address, the title of the project right here. You could put a date for when you need it to ship. We're putting 2 t-shirts here. Garment style, here you can either put the brand or the model number of the shirt. So Port and Company is what I put there. Garment color is black. So special notes, 2 t-shirts, front graphic, 1 hoodie, back graphic. Neck label is going to be 3 inches by 1.55 inches, just so that they know. So imprint size, you're going to put the size of that graphic. So this is the maximum size they have, 13.5 by 16.5. So I want that on the front of the t-shirts, and on the hoodie, same exact size. And then again, I just put under other neck label size right here. So again, check mark this, individually bag shirts and tag with the garment size. So you have that information there. And then here under ink colors, you'll need to put all the colors that you're adding to your design. So we have the 3 colors. One is white, and 213C is the fluorescent pink, and then 338C is the bluish green color. So all this information is here. So you now have this filled out. What I probably would do at this point is add those graphics. So the reason why we're putting this in Photoshop is because if you don't have Adobe Acrobat Pro, which costs monthly in order to have that, some of you might have Photoshop. You can easily drag the images in Photoshop, and then you can resize them. So here we got that back of the hoodie. So we have that there, and then the t-shirt, same idea. So place that there, and then place your shirt. And that is all you have to do there. So once you've submitted that, You now have the mock-up. So this is basically the sheet that Supreme receives that gives them all the information of what they need to do for your project. Now, if you have, say, a job that you've done before that was exactly the same, you can click on this and they know exactly what they need to do as well in regards to that. So once you finish this, you can save as and save it as a PDF. So just like so, you can name it whatever you want and then save it. So now we have that PDF saved, and that PDF will be available to upload right to them. So here's the PDF now, all filled out and ready to go. Just make sure in this example, I didn't add my phone number and I didn't complete my address. So that's something you'll definitely make sure that you complete. So you'll come back to the website here. So again, you've got 2 t-shirts, we've got 1 hoodie. You'll upload your image here. So the first image is going to be the front graphic, but that same image is going on the hoodie as well. So I'll only need to upload this image 1 time. Now make sure here you upload in one of these 3 files, EPS, CDR, or SVG. So we have the actual EPS file. So in this case, you're going to take that graphic and you're going to upload location 1 EPS file, the Shred Life graphic. You can also in location 2, even though you don't have location 2 set, you can still, or actually you can. So location 2, it's a 1 color. So this is going to represent your neck label. So now you could take your neck label, take your EPS tag, make sure you put the right size on it, and you just upload that neck tag to location 2. So here's your front graphic, here's your neck label. Now you can upload your mock-ups. So we'll go back to our mock-ups. So here is our mock-up 1 t-shirt and the hoodie back here. So we have everything we need here now, and then go ahead and under your mock-ups, you want to upload that mock-up file. So that mock-up file you created, go ahead and just upload that right there. So now you have the PDF, and you can name it mock-up if you want to make it easier for them to see that. And then that's all you need to do. So from here you can add to cart, click that now. So with Supreme, the benefit of them is that you can either ship your garments directly from your location, or you can utilize SNS Activewear or Sanmar absolutely free just by typing in the address of Supreme Screen Supply. So when you do that, the items will be free to ship and they will go directly to the warehouse where they will then submit your order. So here are all your shipping options that you can choose from. So you'll pick the one that best suits you, whether it's will call, pickup, or one of these shipping options. So choose one of those and then you're good to go. The great thing again about Supreme Screen Supply is you also earn Supreme Bucks on every purchase. So every dollar spent, you get Supreme Bucks. In this way, it kind of tells you, hey, use this many Supreme Bucks, you get this discount. So this is one way to utilize points every time you order and get some money back. So this is how you're able to order your own custom screen print shirts. So hopefully this helps everybody in the ordering process. If you do mess up anything here, you will have to start all over. Okay, so that is one thing that the website doesn't have an ability to edit your cart that you've already created. So you will have to press this X and delete it. Probably most likely both, and you'll have to start over from scratch if you messed up a process. So make sure you go over everything thoroughly so that you have it all and it's ready to go.